This feels genuinely so weird and like I'm literally recording my first video ever. I feel so self-conscious. Anyway, as you may noticed, we have a new setting, and that is because I moved. I moved 2 weeks ago now, and I have been in this apartment for 2 weeks, and it's about time that I show you the place. And I also just want to talk about why I moved and my experience of moving for the first time and also living on my own for the first time ever, which is still absolutely crazy. This apartment is 42 square meters, which is around 450, 460 square feet. So it's quite a small apartment, but I think it's really, really cute, and the location is supreme. I moved from a very small town in Croatia to the capital city of Zagreb. And the main reason why I moved is because I had to go back to the office. And I had a very, very long commute back when I was living in my hometown. It took me about 2 hours to get to work. And I just knew that in the long run, it wasn't sustainable. So I was looking for a place, and I found this place through a friend of mine, and I just jumped onto the opportunity. So this apartment is in a pretty old building, but all in all, it's very well maintained. Pretty much all of the appliances are new, and it did come pre-furnished. Most apartments in Croatia come pre-furnished, which is kind of a double-edged sword because in a way it makes moving in a lot easier and smoother, but also you're just stuck with ugly, usually low quality furniture. But for me, it's the location that sold me on this place because I don't have a car and I don't even have a driver's license, so I have to walk everywhere. And I like walking. And the apartment that I'm living in right now is in a very walkable neighborhood. I literally have everything just 5 minutes away from me. My work commute now takes only about 30 to 45 minutes, which is a lot better than 2 hours. Let's just give you a tour of this place. We're gonna start off over here. This is the entrance, and it's actually quite spacious. Like, there is actually quite a lot of space in the entrance, which I love. And I actually love the layout of this apartment. Where you're standing at right now, there's the door. Then next to my right over here, there is a huge built-in closet, which is amazing. It goes from floor to ceiling. There's so much space. I can just shove all of my crap in here. Behind me is the bathroom. I'm not gonna show you the bathroom. It's just a bathroom. It's a cute little bathroom. And then to my left is the door to the bedroom. And then over here is the door to the main living room, kitchen, dining room, plant room, my office, basically everything. So as you can see, it is a small apartment, but I really love the layout. And I have windows on both sides of the building or of my apartment, which is great because a lot more light comes in, and also it just helps to ventilate the whole space. I really like this little mirror situation that's going on in the entrance room, and below it I just have like a little shoe cabinet, and that's basically all of the furniture that I have in this entrance as of right now. I will probably add like a coat rack or a rug on the floor. I definitely want a little runner rug, but other than that, I really do like this entrance because it is spacious. Let's move on. Let's do the bedroom. Let's leave the best for last. Welcome to the bedroom, the place where the magic happens. And by magic, I mean me staying up late at night overthinking every decision I have ever made in my life. But yeah, this is the bedroom. It's cute, it's small. I haven't done pretty much anything to this bedroom. This did come with this bed and the mattress and this headboard thing and these IKEA, everything is from IKEA basically over here. On the whole, I do like this bedroom. I think it's a nice size. There is a giant closet, which is wonderful. And then behind you, there is a cute little balcony. It's kind of ugly. It's not the prettiest. I think it will be pretty once spring comes because there are some trees, but right now it's just cluttered and there's just garbage on it and stuff. But I am really happy to have a balcony because that means that in the spring and summer I'll be able to sit outside and read and enjoy the like just warm weather. And this is actually a south-facing balcony, so it will get a lot of light, and this room in general should have a lot of light throughout the day. As of right now, I feel like this room feels very cold and not too inviting. I think it mainly has to do with the fact that everything is so just white. But I don't want to buy like a lot of furniture or invest a lot of money into this space because I don't know for how long I will stay here. We signed a year-long lease, so I'm definitely going to stay here for a year. But like if in a month or 2 or 3 I realize that I don't want to stay here long term, I'm probably gonna look into some other solutions. I think this room would look amazing in like a dark green or a teal color, but again, I don't want to put in that investment of both time and money if I'm not gonna stay here long term. And also I still have to get like my landlord's permission, but I think they will be cool with it because they basically told me that I can do whatever. Like I can put holes in the walls, I can disassemble furniture, move around furniture, I can basically do anything, which is great. So I really love that I have that flexibility. Definitely gonna be doing something with this bedroom. I also wanna buy some like nightstands. I'm thinking of putting like a plenty display on this wall over here because that's the wall exactly across the south-facing window. So I think some like low light plants could really do well in that spot. But yeah, other than that, this is the bedroom, and so far so good. I will say one thing that I am not yet used to is sleeping in a apartment building because I lived in a house my whole life. This is my first time living in an apartment, my first time moving. Everything is so brand new. I'm just like not yet used to the sound, and the first couple of nights I had a really hard time sleeping because this building is actually on a very busy street, and there's also a tram on this street. So whenever the tram would like go pass by, like the whole building kind of shakes and trembles a little bit, and there are like micro vibrations, which I'm not used to. I'm getting better at it, thankfully, but the first couple of nights it was kind of scary, especially because we had like a pretty big earthquake back in my hometown like 5 years ago. So I'm still kind of traumatized by that. But yeah, this is the bedroom. Let's move on to probably the most exciting part of the apartment and the one that I have so far done the most work in, which is like the main living space. So this is the view that you get upon entering the main living space. So over here, my little planties, my little desk area, a little dining area. Then we have a little couch, TV, and the kitchen. Let's start off in the kitchen area. And I am not the biggest fan of this kitchen because it's just white, black, and gray, extremely boring. But I will say something that I do love about this kitchen is just how much storage there is. All of these cabinets, so much storage. There's a built-in fridge, a built-in freezer, which I absolutely love because it's just minimizes the visual clutter. There's also an induction top, a stove. I brought my coffee machine, of course. And I do love how much storage there is. There isn't a lot of counter space, but plenty for me to actually prepare and cook. As you may know, if you've been a regular viewer of this channel, I love to cook, I love to bake. So having a nice functional kitchen is very important to me. There is also a small little dishwasher, which is a lifesaver. It's not bad. It is absolutely not bad. I have seen way worse kitchens, and it does have some vinyl flooring in this part of the space, which is also damaged, and I just hate this vinyl flooring. So I'm probably gonna end up putting like a cute little rug in here as well. I was really trying to find an apartment that comes unfurnished, but like I mentioned, those aren't really a thing over here because people just don't care. People just want to move in. They want to pay as little rent as possible because the average income in Croatia is very, very low. Now, I'm lucky enough to have a above average income. And if I didn't have that above average income, I would not be able to afford this place because for Croatian standards and for the size of this space, this is a very expensive apartment. Now, of course, the location is amazing, and I do actually have a parking, but I don't have a car. But like when my brother visits, he can park his car. So those are all benefits. However, it's expensive. It is freaking expensive. This place was so dirty. I had to clean it top to bottom. I literally had to wipe down, scrub down every single one of these cabinets, every single nook and cranny. I'm still not completely done because it was just in such bad shape. And also you can tell that before me, there used to live a cat and a toddler here. And the reason why I know that a cat and toddler lived here is because I was cleaning this little desk area. You know, I was taking every single one of these chairs, which, by the way, I really, really like. I love the chairs and the desk, but they are both in quite rough shape, especially the desk. The desk is so beautiful, solid wood, very ornate, but the tabletop is completely damaged. And I did think about sanding it and like refinishing it, but honestly, ain't nobody got time for that, and it's not my place, it's not my desk. So I just put a little cute tablecloth on top of it. But anyway, back to my story. I was cleaning these chairs, right? And one of the chairs was filled with cat hair, white cat hair. So I knew that that was the cat's chair. And then the other chair was sticky and filled with crayon drawings. So I was like, yep, a toddler and a cat. So it took me quite a long time to clean this, but I do like this cute little dining area, and I do like the fact that I can sit here, eat, and also host like a small group of people. Now, something that I absolutely do not like is this pendant light. It is extremely ugly, and the bulbs are that like really cold white light. So I am gonna be replacing that one. I did order like one of those linen round pendants because I feel like there's a lot of square angular shapes over here. So I think a like large linen pendant will look really, really nice above the dining table. Now on this wall over here, I haven't put anything yet, but I will put my little green calyx unit over here, and I will use it as like a cute little console table where I can put some of my books, maybe like a lamp, maybe like some plants, maybe like a flower arrangement. I don't know, we'll see. That's gonna go here, and then I'm planning on putting a big art piece up on this wall. Now this probably won't be something that I do right away because big art is expensive, and if I am buying something that expensive, I really, really want to make sure that it's the one, that I absolutely love it. This wall will probably stay blank for quite some time, but I'm fine with that. I can still like accessorize it in other ways. And something that I really like about this apartment as well that I forgot to mention actually is that the ceilings are really, really tall. The ceilings are 260 meters. I feel like it makes this small apartment look a lot bigger than it is. And although there is only a north-facing window in this room gets quite a lot of light. Now, of course, today is a horrible example because it is a very overcast, gloomy day, but on a sunny day, it's really, really nice because the bedroom gets some sunlight and this window gets a lot of bright indirect light, and it's not blocked off by any other buildings or foliage or whatever. And then, of course, the main attraction, my Vitsho plant shelves. Y'all know that if I'm moving, I'm taking my plants with me, but I didn't take all of them. I still have a couple back home, and I do plan on bringing a couple more, but I am definitely downsizing my plant collection and I want the majority of my plants to be able to fit on this shelf and then maybe just have like a couple of bigger statement plants. But I want to limit my plant collection to maybe 60 to 70. So I have been downsizing. I definitely plan on making like a updated houseplant tour and showing you like which plants made it in the move, which I'm really looking forward to because I haven't done like plant specific videos in quite a long time. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the reason why is because I have been feeling kind of burnt out and my plants have been honestly just stressing me out as of lately. This happens every single winter, but this winter was just extremely brutal, extremely cold, extremely gloomy, and my plants were definitely suffering. And you know, with everything going on, with my nephew being born, with me returning to office, with me moving, with my brother moving, all of these things happening in our lives, the plants definitely took a backseat in my life. However, I feel like this move has kind of replenished my love for this hobby, and now I'm really happy to take care of my plants again and have them look nice in this new space and hopefully like just have them thrive in this environment, perhaps bring in some new plants as well. We will see. And the days are getting longer, we're getting some more sun, so I think that once spring and summer hits, I'm gonna fall back in love with this plant hobby, which I'm really excited about because this hobby truly is the start of everything for me, of this YouTube channel, of my like positive mental health growth, of everything. So I always get sad whenever I neglect or get burnt out by this hobby, but I just have to remind myself that this feeling won't last forever and that in a couple of months I will be back to being a absolutely crazy plant parent. And you know what? On the whole, like my plants are doing fairly well. So I'm happy. I'm happy. But yeah, but there will definitely be a updated houseplant tour sometime in the future, so stick around for that. Then over here we have my little desk area, which is really, really tight. It's small. I'm used to having a giant desk, so this is definitely a big downgrade, but honestly, it has everything that I need. I have my monitor, I have my keyboard, I have my mouse, I have my little tablet, and that's all a girl needs. And now that I'm going back to the office, I don't need a lot of my equipment, like my big Cintiq, my drawing monitor. I only brought like this tablet, which is a lot more compact and fits easier on the small surface. And in general, I just don't want to spend a lot of my time sitting at a desk. It's not something I enjoy doing anymore. So nowadays, I'm sitting here only when I'm working from home or when I have to edit a video. But other than that, I'm either relaxing on the couch or doing plant care or cleaning or reading or going outside. I love the fact that I live in such a walkable area now. And my old town was also very walkable, but there just wasn't anything to do. And here I have so many options and so many places that I can go and see. And everything is really, really close to me. And even if it's not walkable, there is public transport. I literally have a tram station like 2 minutes away from my building, which is mwah, amazing. I haven't recorded in a really long time because I moved and I also got sick and I'm still a little bit sick, so my voice is getting tired. But anyway, we are close to the end of this tour. This is the couch, and this is probably my favorite part alongside my plants because I love sitting on the couch, relaxing, chilling, and watching YouTube. It's my favorite thing in the whole wild world. And you know, when I first saw this apartment, I really hated this couch because it's giant, it's huge, it's way too big for this space. I still think it's way too big for this space. And again, back to the whole color thing, it's gray, it's boring, it's so boring. But it is comfy, which I really, really love. And now that I am chilling on it like every single day, every single night, I actually kind of like the fact that it's big, even though it's way too big for this small apartment. But I really do like this couch. And it also has a huge ottoman that has a nice little custom made like top for it, so you can use it as a coffee table. I really like that they added that. I have been loving having like a big coffee table where I can just put a bunch of my stuff. It's really, really lovely. And I'm really happy that for the like custom made tabletop situation, they chose this red color because I love this red color. And this red color is definitely something that you will see throughout this entire space. It's kind of the color that I chose to unify everything. And I'm still not done moving in. I'm still not done decorating, obviously. And by the end of me decorating this place, I want there to be so much art here. I want there to be so much color, so many different textures. I just want it to feel fun and playful. So I'm definitely going to be making a lot of home updates and taking you along on this decorating journey, which will be really, really fun. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you are also looking forward to it as well. So I guess we can just quickly end on the note of my experience thus far living in this new apartment. And I gotta say, I am really, really happy. In the beginning, I was very scared, I was very anxious, and I didn't know how I would feel about living on like such a busy street because I used to live in such a quiet neighborhood. Honestly, I have been really loving it. I love the fact that I can just exit my building and I'm just like in the center of everything. I love being surrounded by people, by like just so much happening, and I didn't know how I would react. I didn't know if I would get overwhelmed or not, but so far I'm really, really loving it. There are definitely things that I need to get used to, and obviously I'm not the biggest fan of renting. I would definitely have preferred if I was able to buy, but at least I found a cute place. My landlords are nice, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna be really, really happy here. There is a aspect of guilt because me and my mom lived for many, many years together alone, and I do feel a little bit guilty about leaving her because I feel like, in a way, I was providing for her both like financially and emotionally, and in a way, I feel like. I don't know, I feel like I betrayed her, but obviously I know that, and she knows that this is just a normal part of growing up. And I think it will improve our relationship in the long run. And obviously now she can come and visit me and stuff. And yeah, I'm just really excited and I'm happy. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end of this video, again, thank you. I'm so happy that I get to share my life and my journey with you all and that you're sticking around. I'm sorry if this video was a little bit all over the place. Again, I haven't recorded for a long time. I'm feeling very self-conscious about recording in this new space. So yeah, and I'm not sure where this channel will go in the future because with work and all of my other obligations right now, I don't have that much time for YouTube. So I don't know, I'm gonna try keeping up with the once per week uploads, but no promises. If I miss a week here or there, please forgive me. But I think moving forward, I can show you just a lot more fun things. I think like Zagreb is just such a vivid city, and I can definitely take you to like a lot of the parks and museums and coffee shops and restaurants over here, and it's just gonna be, I think it's gonna be a fun, cozy time. So I hope you will stick around for that. Anyway, my throat is dead and I can't speak anymore, so I will let you go. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a super amazing, gorgeous, lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.